In light of the election having just passed through and masses of people still believing that a single individual and the voting system is going to change the fact that we're both printing and borrowing money, making it more and more worthless every day to make money despite the fact that it's a necessity. People turn to individuals like Tucker Carlson to bring the truth and uncover what seems like insider information. This isn't to attack anyone in particular who thinks that way. It's comforting to think and believe that there is a person who wants to tell you something that nobody else has told you. But the problem with this is that you could watch every single video he puts out, and you could listen to every single thing he has to say, and he still really won't tell you anything. Why do I say that? It's sad when you live in a world where when you disclose the truth via white papers from the government, Science Direct, Wiley Library, sources like this, MDPI, people will still continue to call you a conspiracy theorist. Well, everything that I'm going to show you today is either going to be from scholarly research, a government site, a white paper from a government agency, or from the Department of Defense itself. So, let me just move this candle over here behind me because we need some fire, my friends. I want to start off by saying the reason why I'm talking about this is not to try to elevate myself above other people. Quite the opposite, actually. I am a spiritualist because I recognize the authentic nature of the powerful soul. What is the soul? The manifestation of your bioelectricity that is encapsulated within your vessel temporarily while you're here on Earth, and then after you die, it transcends and it becomes interdimensional. Hell and heaven are not places, they're frequencies, and you experience your frequency here on Earth as your state of mind. So you could say that it makes me incredibly angry when I found out that the channel, the communication channel of the cloud computing is through the human body's bioelectricity. What is it that I mean? So, first, I want to define transmission medium. A transmission medium is a physical path that connects devices for data transmission. I'm going to link everything in the description so that you can go read it yourself. There should be no comments that I'm misunderstanding this, because there is no misunderstanding this if you just open your eyes and read. But I also ask that you open your mind. That you open your mind to this, what I'm talking to you about, as much as you may have opened your mind to religion. Because that religion is never going to teach you that the meaning of life is to utilize your agency, but in order to utilize your agency, you need to gain control over your agency. So, a transmission medium, a physical path that connects devices for data transmission. It can be guided like cables or unguided like wireless signals. A physical path, you're physical, right? You're a human body. We can all agree on this. Okay. So, what's the problem here? Why is this an issue? Well, the next link that I'm going to have is on nature.org, and this is called Enabling Covert Body Area Network Using Quasi-static Human Body Communication. Now, you want to talk about how the CIA has used LSD in the past on unsuspected. Sure, that sucks. That's really bad. But as you'll see here, your human body is the medium through which this network functions. What network? What is a body area network, right? So we'll get there in just a second, but I want you to look at this diagram that I have in. I can't wait until I get a better computer. Mine broke, so I can't edit into this video. I can only post this video on its own. But you see the quasi-static human body communication versus the traditional WBAN signal leakage zone and private space comparison. Okay, so this has the person's pacemaker right over their heart. Well, the problem with this is that this doesn't only occur with the pacemaker. This is also enabled through biosensors. So biosensors operate through biosignals. And yes, I have notes that I made because I learned from someone who was actually in cybersecurity for years. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I was in cybersecurity. I'm talking about this because I feel that it is important to talk about that which is being hidden from the general public and lied about through omission. Your Donald Trump is not going to talk about this. Your Joe Biden is not going to talk about this. Your, what's her name? Oh yeah, forgot her already. Kamala Harris is not going to talk about this. They're just not. So give me 1 second. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate you. All right. So now we're going to talk about biosensors. So I'm going to read directly from this study so that we don't miss a beat. A biosensor is a device that measures biological or chemical reactions by generating signals proportional to the concentration of an analyte in the reaction. Biosensors are employed in the applications such as disease monitoring, drug discovery, and detection of pollutants, disease-causing microorganisms, and markers that are indicators of a disease in bodily fluids, blood, urine, saliva, sweat. Well, that's not all, but we'll get to that. Why I keep saying that like that. Biosensor consists of the following components: an analyte, a substance of interest that needs detection. For instance, glucose is an analyte in a biosensor designed to detect glucose. A bioreceptor, a molecule that specifically recognizes the analyte, is known as a bioreceptor. Enzymes, cells, aptamers, DNA, and antibodies are some examples of bioreceptors. The process of signal generation in the form of light, heat, pH, charge, or mass change, etc., upon interaction of the bioreceptor with the analyte is termed biorecognition. Okay, so this is the signal. Once again, the process of signal generation can happen through the charge, like your electromagnetic charge. We'll get to that as well. Your heat, your pH, light, etc. So with the interaction of the bioreceptor with the analyte, that is your biorecognition. Why? Your transducer. The transducer is an element that converts one form of energy into another. In a biosensor, the role of the transducer is to convert the biorecognition event into a measurable signal. This is for data processing, right? This process of energy conversion is known as signalization. Most transducers produce either optical or electrical signals that are usually proportional to the amount of analyte bioreceptor interactions. So this is, it generally functions differently than any other transducer that you are accustomed to, but regardless, this is a transducer that works from inside out. Excuse me, this tea is just, it's incredible. Electronics. This is the part of the biosensor that processes the transduced signal and prepares it for display. It consists of complex electronic circuitry that performs signal conditioning, such as amplification and conversion of signals from analog into the digital form. The processed signals are then quantified by the display unit of the biosensor. Okay, so this is the process that makes the data readable to whoever is accessing it. And then finally, display. The display consists of a user interpretation system, such as the liquid crystal display of a computer or direct printer that generates numbers or curves understandable by the user. This part often consists of a combination of hardware and software that generates results of the biosensor in a user-friendly manner. The output signal on the display can be numeric, graphic, tubular, or an image, depending on the requirements of the end user. And if you actually go into this study right below the section in Figure 1, you can actually see what it is that I mean by this. Okay, so and then it goes into the history of these, and they have been studied since the 70s, since 1970. All right, so why does that matter? There's a little thing called the wireless body area network. Thank you for your patience. I know what you're thinking. Why don't you just load up the pages beforehand? Well, that's because my computer likes to glitch when I'm the most focused. I wish I was kidding. So thank you for your patience. So in the wireless body area network, we need to understand also what energy harvesting is. I'm sure it's going to have it somewhere in here. In fact, I can just... So, energy harvesting. We talk about parasitic people, right? People who, akin to a vampire sucking the blood of its victim. It siphons the energy from your heart and your mind, right? Or at least it seems like that. But the problem here is that in reality, when I think something like 95% of businesses use cloud computing now to power their platforms. When they say that these are energy efficient, it's energy efficient because it uses the bioelectricity straight from your body. So it is pulling POLLING from your body's bioelectricity. What do I mean by bioelectricity, right? If you've made it this far, I should have started with this, but if you've made it this far, I should just define that before we get to this really fast. So in scholarly research, right, there are many terms for this. It is your galvanic skin response. It is your electrodermal activity. It is your bioelectricity. It is your human biological field. It is your human energy field. It is all the same, okay? All of these are synonymous with one another, and they all refer to the electromagnetic frequency that emits from your skin. So the problem here is that unless you are a scientist and unless you are a researcher, you are going to look up electrodermal activity, scholarly, let's say, everybody likes psychopaths, right? That's why everyone likes horror movies. So let's go to this, one of the oldest studied subjects in psychology and psychiatry. And let's go to the National Institute of Health. And we're going to see psychopathy and electrodermal responses to non-signal stimulation. And we're going to see an actual... actually, that's not good because they don't even have that open source. Wonderful. Oh, here we go. Wonderful. You can actually see several, but this specifically, reduced electrodermal activity in psychopathy-prone adolescents, we got from APA. All right. We got the electrodermal system from Cambridge University. Oh, actually, yeah, exactly. Electrodermal activity, EDA, formerly called the galvanic skin response, have been one of the most widely used response systems in the history of psychophysiology. Research involving EDA has been reported in practically all areas of psychology, psychiatry, and psychophysiology. EDA measures have been applied to a wide variety of topics, ranging from basic research examining attention, information processing, and emotion, to more applied clinical research examining predictors and or correlates of normal and abnormal behavior. Well, that's not all. You can look up electrodermal activity and galvanic skin response and CD applications for epilepsy and how it is directly correlated with the parasympathetic nervous system, which is correlated with your immune system, which is also correlated to your cognitive function, your emotions, right? So pretty powerful body part that we have emitting from the surface of our entire body, not just our hands, like one of these studies likes to suggest. It's not just our hands, it's the whole body. And so this is not taught to us at all. Nobody tells us. In fact, if you look up the aura or the human energy field on Wikipedia, it'll tell you that it is pseudoscience, aka fake. So if it's fake, then why is it used in epileptic patients? Why is it used in psychiatric studies? Why is it addressed in Cambridge? National Institute of Health, Wiley Online Library, MDPI, Science. Right, so, right, exactly. So regardless, so let's go back to energy harvesting. So energy harvesting is the mechanism of these wearable devices for the purposes of command and control. I will get to that next, okay? I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself. By pulling the electromagnetic frequencies that emit naturally from your body, draining you of your energy so that it can power that device, aka your body is the wire. Yes, that is a real article I'm also going to read. So I cleared off all the storage on my phone. That's why I have been taking a break. So here we go. We're back. Everything's cleared out and we're ready. Regardless. So people like to say, I talked to someone who was in the military, right? The military uses these systems. I'm going to get there too, don't worry. Department of Defense, I see you. And I know you see me because you don't need to have, my shades open to see me. They got radar. Yeah. They see right through our walls. Yeah, that's another story for another day. But these people like to tell me, this isn't on a nanoscale. Watch this. Advances in nanotechnology have enabled the creation of novel materials with specific electrical and physical characteristics. This leads to a significant development in the industry of electronics that can be applied to various fields. In this paper, we propose a fabrication of nanotechnology-based materials that can be used to design stretchy piezoelectric nanofibers for energy harvesting, to power connected bionanosensors, in a wireless body area network, or WBAN for short. The bionanosensors are powered based on harvesting energy from mechanical movements of the body, specifically in the arms, joints, and heartbeats, the most important parts of your body. A suite of these nano-enriched bionanosensors can be used to form microgrids for a self-powered wireless body area network, or SPWBAN, which can be used in various sustainable health monitoring services. But has your grandma ever told you, they used a wireless body area network on me? Have you ever heard of anyone telling you that? Right. Lying is wrong, right? Lying is wrong, right? Right. A system model for an SPWBAN with an energy harvesting base medium access control protocol, or MAC-ID, which we all have, medium access control, like we're chipped dogs. I'm trying to be professional, but it's very fucking hard. Is presented and analyzed based on fabricated nanofibers with specific characteristics. The simulation results show that the SPWBAN outperforms and has a longer lifetime than contemporary WBAN system designs without self-powering capability. Okay? So sorry. I'm gonna try not to go in too deep with this, because I want to be able to go on to the next thing, and I know that people have a TikTok attention span, but I'm assuming that if you're here right now, 11, I try not to be like that, I'm sorry. If you're here right now and you're listening to me talk and you've made it 22 minutes in, I'm going to assume you don't necessarily get bored easily, and I'm going to assume that you care about your human body, and I'm going to assume that you care about what's going on in this country beyond what you're seeing on TV and beyond what these fucking dumbasses, excuse my French, are trying to inform the public about, because nobody's informing anyone of anything. The only reason why I know about this is because of a woman who was used as a DARPA N2 test subject. 10 points if you know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say her name because I care about people's privacy, but I found her by accident, and she's the only reason why I know any of this, and her parents were secret squirrels. She has records, like she has photographs of them, she has like records of their names, and so she was almost killed, okay? And she was almost killed because of DARPA, so we'll get there. Anyways, I mean, I'm not gonna show her content, but I'm sharing some of the ideas that she's enlightened me into, not personally, but in general. So if you're wondering how it is that I know about this without being in cybersecurity myself, now you know. Okay, so we'll continue with this a little bit. Wireless body area network is a developing network and communication technology that is applied for health monitoring, not just health monitoring. So next, just so you know what I'm doing after this, I'm going to go to a Department of Defense white paper about the global information grid. All right. WBAN integrates sensors with actuators on or within the human body to monitor and to measure biometrics It works over a short-range wireless communication protocol to support data transfer between sensors and a collector, and is sent wirelessly to a device outside the human body. WBAN is currently involved in various applications and services related to health, such as remote patient monitoring, patient rehabilitation, biofeedback, and assisted living. Moreover, WBAN can be used in non-medical applications such as fitness and the performance monitoring and biometric signatures, your Fitbit, your health app on your iPhone, things like this. Moreover, WBAN can be used in read that already, my bad. In addition, different technologies are deployed to enable sustainable WBAN, ranging from sensing and communication to management. Okay. Some approaches have addressed the limited energy constraints of sensors used in WBAN by providing techniques and battery recharging, whether using wireless power transfer or energy harvesting. One approach to tackle the reliable energy supply challenge is considering new technologies to develop novel materials supporting energy harvesting processes for miniaturized sensor devices. Nanotechnology is the science that deals with understanding, investigating, and fabricating materials called nanomaterials. Their dimensions are at the level of nanometers, which is important for determining specific characteristics of the material. So shout out to everyone, every man who has ever told me it's not at the nano level. You're just making yourself look like you're a liar by not even claiming you don't know about this system and then telling me with complete confidence that it's not nano. So MDPI is lying. Okay, sweetie. These nanomaterials acquire certain physical, chemical, mechanical, and electrical characteristics that make them suitable a set of applications in different fields, such as health monitoring and energy harvesting. Self-powered energy sources have been extensively studied over the last 2 decades, including piezoelectric bulk, micro, and nanomaterials for different applications of energy harvesting, wearable electronics, and industrial transducers. Different fabrication technologies of energy harvesting units have been studied in the literature with the aim of generating the flexible films that are lightweight and biocompatible and biodegradable.